program gives you the freedom to buy and move into your new home first and sell your old home later. Buy before you sell and get top dollar for your home with Orchard. Ready to find out how much your home is worth? Visit Orchard.com to get your free home valuation. That's Orchard.com.
Start having fun. Caesar Sportsbook at Muckleshoot Casino Resort is your #1 place to eat, drink, watch, and have fun. Keep up with your favorite sports anywhere and everywhere on property with the mobile app. Visit MuckleshootCasino.com today. Scan the QR code and let the play begin.
Muckleshoot.
Hey, it's John Curley for Closets by Design. Our closets were a mess, so I called Closets by Design. They came in and did exceptional work. Now, they're locally owned, and they've been operating for more than 2 decades. I love these guys. A family-run business with national backing, and they source almost all their products right here in Washington. Have Closets by Design come out and customize your closet. Right now, 40% off plus an additional 15% off with 18 months financing and free installation. 1-800-BY-DESIGN or closetsbydesign.com.
Need a new roof now? With State Roofing and Exteriors, you can get started with 0 down, 0 payments, and 0 interest for up to 24 months. That's right. Protect your home now and pay later. Call 866-ROOF-ROOF or visit stateroofing.com today.
Your best source for local news. KIRO Newsradio, KIRO FM and HD1, Tacoma, Seattle, Northwest News.
This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by O'Reilly Auto Parts.
I'm Steve Kathan. Proclaiming success at the southern border, the White House says President Trump will sign 2 executive orders today to back up his immigration crackdown.
The first one is aimed at strengthening immigration enforcement,
to pursue criminals and protect innocent citizens.
White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt.
The second EO is centered around protecting American communities from criminal aliens.
She says it will direct the Attorney General and Homeland Security Secretary to publish a list of sanctuary cities the administration says obstruct the enforcement of federal immigration laws. Stacey Lynn, CBS News, the White House.
The Kremlin's announced a 3-day ceasefire next month in Ukraine to coincide with Moscow's World War II commemorations. Ukraine's foreign minister, who has sought a 30-day ceasefire, says, why wait? CBS's Charlie D'Agata at the Pentagon.
This will be a welcome development if it is to hold, because it was only a couple of weeks ago, Easter time, that both sides had announced a sort of 24-hour ceasefire in order to mark Easter. Hundreds of violations on both sides.
The Vatican has closed the Sistine Chapel and says the conclave to select the next pope will begin 1 week from Wednesday. CBS News contributor Delia Gallagher in Rome says that leaves a lot of time for discussions ahead of time.
They don't have to go into seclusion, as it were, until that day. They will have up until then to talk to each other in dinners and informal meetings, and that's really important for them because they have to get together to get a 2/3 majority.
It's Election Day in Canada, and what's being done and what has been said in the U.S. is a key factor. Asa McKercher is a public policy analyst in Canada.
His election as Liberal leader has really been framed against the threat of Donald Trump, the trade war launched by your president, and his comments about turning Canada to 51st state and erasing the border between our countries. And that threat has really galvanized support behind Mark Carney. We've seen a sort of historic shift in support for the Liberal government, which had, under previous Prime Minister Justin Trudeau, had sunk to really like 18% popularity in the polls.
On the weather map, CBS News meteorologist David Parkinson says parts of Minnesota, Iowa, and Wisconsin are in line for potentially nasty storms today.
4 out of 5 on the severe weather index, meaning it is likely that we will see several tornadoes. They could be long track, they could be EF2 or stronger. So the potential is there for a really pretty serious tornadic outbreak during the afternoon and evening hours.
And checking Wall Street, the Dow is down 98 points. This is CBS News.
Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
A Tacoma neighborhood dealing with the third shooting in a week. The story coming up, but first from the Beacon Plumbing traffic desk. Your crash in Tacoma on I-5 northbound at 84th Street's been moved over to the shoulder. Travel time Olympia to Tacoma, 42 minutes, still 10 longer than typical. You had some earlier issues in Renton, but travel time Renton to Bellevue is back on track at 32 minutes. Travel time Everett to Seattle still a bit heavy at 41 minutes, nearly 10 longer than usual. Traffic brought to you by Lake Washington Windows and Doors. Through April, Lake Washington Windows is paying your sales tax plus giving you 18 months to pay for them. For details, visit lakewashingtonwindows.com.
KIRO News Radio 97.3 FM Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO News Radio and mynorthwest.com.
Good morning, I'm Heather Bosch. For a third time in 1 week, Tacoma police are investigating a shooting in the same neighborhood.
2 people shot Sunday night in Tacoma's Salishan neighborhood. Police say an adult female was taken to the hospital in stable condition. An adult male in critical condition died at the hospital. Last Monday, a Mount Tahoma High School junior was killed. Last Tuesday, gunshots forced Blix Elementary School into lockdown. No injuries there. For this latest shooting in the same neighborhood, detectives are calling it a homicide. No arrests so far. Luke Ducey, KIRO News Radio.
A judge is sentenced a man to nearly 50 years in prison for fatally shooting the beloved owner of Tacoma's Little Store in 2023. 60-year-old Sick Park, who owned the Little Store, knew many of his customers by name. Surveillance video obtained by the News Tribune showed he had his hands up when he was fatally shot by Angel Mendez, who was 18 at the time. Get ready to pay more at the gas pump. State lawmakers have approved an increase in the gas tax.
That tax will start at 6 cents per gallon in July. This brings the state's per gallon gas tax from 49 cents up to 55. After that, the tax will grow by 2% increases annually. Lawmakers say this will address an $8 million budget shortfall in the state transportation budget.
KIRO 7 TV's Brooke Griffin says the tax hike now goes to Governor Bob Ferguson for his signature. With the NFL draft in the books, Seahawks fans are looking ahead. More from KIRO 7 TV's Jay Chapman.
They are happy with their head coach and GM on how they're putting their team together.
I feel like this year we're actually going to have a really big change.
That kind of got me hyped. I'm kind of ready for football season now.
Seahawks? I'm a diehard Seahawks fan.
The Seahawks drafted 11 players in this year's draft over the weekend. Fans hope these guys are ready.
We have a lot of losing seasons between the Seahawks and the Mariners, dude. Just stay loyal. That's all I'm about.
As they welcome them all to Western Washington.
Another home run for Cal Raleigh.
Cal Raleigh, fly ball, lofted right field, number 10, inbound, gone.
His 10th of the season in yesterday's game against the Miami Marlins. The M's win it 7-6. This is the 6th straight series win for the M's. They're off today. They host the LA Angels tomorrow. Your KIRO News Radio weather update brought to you by State Roofing and Exteriors. Cloudy skies today with increased